great stuff tonight. So kick us off, Emily.
All right, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night team training and inspiration call. We're so excited to be here with you guys and get pumped up for the next 2 weeks. I cannot wait for the end of the month, but I'm not just waiting for the end of the month to make life exciting, because I know that the work that I put in this week and next week is going to determine my success at the end of the month. So I'm super excited to be on this call tonight so that we can hear from so many amazing leaders share with us what they are doing on their teams to multiply through silvers, to get new workers by inviting them to events, product trainings, and so much more. And at the very end of our call, we're going to be doing our raffle ticket drawing for those of you who brought yourself or brought a team worker to one of our events this last week on Thursday or Saturday. So if you have not yet told us how many tickets you earned either Thursday or Saturday at the events, or Wednesday in Colorado, or no, Tuesday in Colorado, make sure to go to the post on either Ohana Plexus or Imagine Plexus so that you can say how many tickets you got, and I'll be drawing at the very end. So go comment right now and I'll add your raffle tickets to the bin. So to get things kicked off, we want to talk about the new 3-day challenge packs that corporate has provided for us, and tell you a little bit about what they are, how and where to buy them, and why you should consider buying a few extras to have around your house. But Brooke Hemingway is going to give us this training because she has done a lot of looking into and researching on this for us. Brooke, where'd you go?
I'm right here. Can you see me now?
Yep, there she is. Take it away.
Okay. Kids are practicing piano, so I'm muting myself in between. And if the piano gets loud, I will go hide in the toilet room in my bathroom, because I want you guys to be able to hear this. This is for those of you that still are a little bit confused about what the 3-day sampling packs are, why they're such a big deal, why we're seeing jewels and diamonds that have been in the business for years and years sell 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 of these. In the last, like, however many days, it's only been about a week, right? Yeah, it's been a week since these have been on sale. And so if you're sitting around, you haven't sold any 3-day challenge packs, we want to just challenge you to really grab hold of this concept and get people to try these sampling packs, because they're beautiful, they're effective, it's new and fresh, it's got great healthy tips, positive motivation on it, and people love a simple system. So what I'm going to do after I plug my computer in, of course, so that it does not die, and now I'm in the bright, bright light of my window. There we go. That's better. With the treadmill in the background, this is my luxurious bedroom I am sharing with all of you. Okay, so I'm going to share with you my screen so that you can see where you can order your 5-pack of the 3-day sample boxes. They come in beautiful little boxes. You'll get a 5-pack of it. My challenge that I'm issuing to my business builders and to you, because you're here on this call tonight, is to order a box of 5 that you can then go and find people locally that you can talk to, your kids' teachers, somebody you work with in the office, your neighbor, maybe somebody that tried Plexus years ago but hasn't tried it lately. Getting them started on one of the new sampling boxes is a perfect way to bring somebody back. They haven't tried the products recently, maybe they haven't made progress in their health goals, and they're willing to give the sampling pack a try. So my challenge is to buy a 5-pack, to commit to getting rid of all 5 of those, and then on top of that, to find 5 people virtually that can go to your site and purchase an individual sampling box. So how many people does that make for that you would have? 10 people. Does that blow your mind? Oh my gosh, there's no way I could find 10 people. Yes, you can find 10 people. You have people that tried a long time ago. You have people you haven't spoken to. In our IPA challenge this week, we are teaching you how to ask people if they would like to be a part of this and try the sampling challenge, try one of these boxes. So let me go ahead and share my screen and take you to, somebody give me a thumbs up that you can see this. You can see it? All right, awesome. So if I was really smart, I would know how to turn off all of my notifications, but I'm not that smart with the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my virtual office. I've already logged in, and hopefully it will work because it seems to be slow. There we go. Virtual office, and then I'm going to go right over here once it pops up. Again, a little bit slow. I'm going to click on shop. Okay. It's going to take me right over. I'm already logged in, remember? So then I can just click on shop and look at this. It's the very first thing under weight management. You don't even have to go far. So today I actually ordered 2 of these. I had only had 1 on order and I decided to order 2 more of them. So this is where you're going to get that 5-pack. You get 5 boxes for $89.95. You can turn around and sell them for $20 each. And you only get 20 PV because what they're doing is they're offering free shipping on these, and they're putting a $20 code in here. So one of the things that I want you to understand is that I don't think a lot of people understand. I'm going to stop my share for a second. When somebody purchases a sampling pack and they get that code in there, whether they are an ambassador that's inactive or active, or they are a potential, that person can use the $20 off code. Did you guys understand that? So again, this is a great way to reactivate somebody that hasn't tried our products lately. Somebody that wants to head into the New Year's earlier, they can purchase one of these boxes, and even though they already have an ambassador account, they could use that $20 off. Now they can use the $20 off. I'm going to share my screen again to purchase a combo. You see this little tab up here, combos. I'm going to click on that. There is a special combo, of course. Oh, there we go. Woo, the Renew You combos. You see all these ones that say Renew You? These are the combos that $20 off can be used on. There are 4 different Renew You combos. I just want to be clear that $20 off code has to be used for these Renew You combos. And they're basically made up of things that are in the challenge. You can either get it without the triplex or the Renew You combo that comes with the triplex, plus 2 bags of lean, 2 bags of active, and a bottle of Metaburn. Okay, so we got that down? So make your list of people that need to retry Plexus, that need to resample Plexus. Now, what about your potentials? Well, let's pretend like I am a potential. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to log out. And I am going to just pretend like I'm going to Plexus Worldwide, like I'm going to buy a pack from my friend Sonia. Okay, so I want to shop. They're just going to go to either your replicated website that you send them, or they're just going to go to Plexus Worldwide, click on Shop Now, and look at this. That 3-day challenge pack comes up right away. They can only do a one-time purchase, and then they're going to go through the process of, adding in your ambassador number so that you get credit for it, okay? So I'm not going to go through that whole process, but let's just pretend they're going there. Now, what about if they're ready to join? They've done the 3-day challenge. I just want to point out that this $20 off certificate is good for the Renew You welcome packs. So it has to be one of these welcome packs. I love this welcome pack because this is something people are going to feel good on. People are loving active a ton. They get 2 bags of lean, a bag of slim, along with a triplex, 2 bags of active, and a Metaburn. So they can use that $20 off code for any Renew You welcome pack. Okay, so now we know how to buy the 3-day challenge packs. We know that we're going to try to commit to 5 in person because we're going to order a 5-pack, and then we're going to send 5 people to our website to purchase one of the 3-day sampling boxes. And those boxes all come with free shipping and a $20 off code for a Renew You combo or a Renew You welcome pack. Any questions about that from you guys? The way that I'm spinning this is like this is a new product. I mean, to me, this is a whole new experience and a whole new product. So many people have not tried this combination of 4 products. When people try this combination of 4 products and they take it consistently, they have great energy, mental clarity, and focus. They feel alert. They feel happy. They have less of that, stress and holiday blues because MetaBurn helps them to feel happier. They feel more focused, and it helps them with their weight goals through the holidays. Most people put on between 1 and 3 pounds between now and Christmas. Some people put on more. And so my goal is to help people live healthier now through the holidays so that they're not having to backpedal 3, 5, 10 pounds. And if this can get them started in the right direction, they are going to have a really good experience on the products. And our 3-day challenge is based around these products. Of course, we will be talking about the triplex as well as some other favorites, but that's how to do it. I'm going to turn it back over to Emily. I hope I covered everything that you wanted me to cover.
It was great. Thank you, Brooke. I feel like that cleared up a lot of confusion for people that they have been experiencing, not knowing where to buy it, why we're focusing on it. So I hope everybody feels like they get what we're doing and why we're doing it. So now we can all go buy our packs. I really just want to re-stress how important it is to have extra packs in your home. Especially, and we're going to hit this even harder on our call next week, but especially because this time of year from now until New Year's, you are seeing people that you don't normally see in a lot of ways with family, getting together with friends. And so just having a few packs in your car, in your bag, samples, make sure you are fully stocked on your samples because you don't ever want to be in a position where you need a sample and you don't have one. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're not prepared. So yes, Melissa's asking, she's saying, so awesome that the $20 can be available for existing ambassadors. She didn't know that. So yes, it's so awesome. So every time that you buy these packs, you are also being rewarded, right? So it's just a win-win for everybody all around. So I'm so excited. Okay, now we are gonna have the amazing Melissa Lombardo. She is gonna share with us tonight. Melissa, can you unmute yourself?
Yep, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So Melissa, I got to room with Melissa at the Senior Gold retreat in Arizona. Or maybe
it wasn't the Senior Gold. It was just that. It was the push.
The push retreat. Sorry. I was like, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right. Why doesn't it sound right? I was like picturing the room, Arizona. I'm like, it doesn't feel right to say gold. So we were roommates and she and Kelly and we had a big old room of people, but they were my little bedside mates right across. And so I got to know Melissa a little bit better there. Melissa, will you take it away for us tonight?
I will. Okay. So I asked Brooke if I could talk about the business, and I'm going to tie in a little bit of the mindset. I'm planning on 5 minutes. Is that okay, Emily? Okay. So I am starting out with, I want a little bit of interaction, which I know is kind of off the cuff for these kind of calls. But I wanted to start out with a bit of grace. So will you in the comments, and maybe Sonia, will you unmute yourself because I can see you? Will you unmute yourself and will you just tell me what people put in their comments? I just want to know what you've done today. Not even business related, but it totally can be business related. So I'm going to write it down on this whiteboard back here that I have. And I just want you to start yelling out on the message there, things that you've done today. For example, I exercised this morning. So that's something that, you can put on there. I just want to know what you've done today. So Sonia, yell them out to me.
All right, type them in, guys, and I will yell them out. We have worked out, exercised for an hour, cleaned my house, cleaned my office, roasted a week's worth of vegetables, read scriptures, grocery shopping, self-development book, 20-minute walk at lunch, followed up with ambassadors. What else we got? Took kids to a museum, call with a team member, rode my Peloton. Way to go, Gaby. Listened to music, ordered pizza, made dinner, laundry, worked for 6 hours. Holy Moses. Enrolled 1, had lunch with my girls, payroll, bubble bath. Good for you, Katie. Made dinner, sent a few invites, played with my 4-year-old, visited hubby at work, went live on Facebook. You getting all those?
Yep. Any more?
Weekly schedule and task list, helped son practice piano, took a run. Community
Okay.
service.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. I just want you to take a quick look at this. And I'm sure I could have added more. I hope I got the vast. But I'm not, when I think about what we women do on a daily basis, and then we've added a business on top of what we do every single day. And I think about me personally and how I am and how I talk to myself sometimes, that I know that I'm not the only one that is hard on myself. We all talk to ourselves in ways that is not productive. But look at all that we do every day. I mean, we do so much. And I was reading out of John Maxwell's book. This one is Jumpstart Your Thinking. And he says, do you know what most people's #1 challenge is when it comes to making positive personal changes? It's their feelings. They want to change, but they don't know how to get past their emotions. If you are willing to change your thinking, you can change your feelings. If you change your feelings, you can change your actions. I loved that because I do a lot of thinking. I do a lot of thinking. And John Maxwell quoted quotes from the book As a Man Thinketh, which is such a great book, one that I like to draw from time to time. But James Allen says, good thoughts and actions can never produce bad results. Bad thoughts and actions can never produce good results. So think about the day that you've had today and all the things that you've done. And not that I want you to think about bad thoughts you may have had, but I know they creep in every day. I know that we beat ourselves up. I had a super productive day today, but I still have so much left to do. And I've been up since just before 5 this morning. And I think how easy it is for us to get hard on ourselves. And now we have something else that we've thrown into our life, which is this awesome, wonderful business opportunity. So I wanted to share with you one thing that I have done this month. I've been trying and really making efforts to step into more of a leadership role. I have such wonderful people that I'm working with, and have felt very, very uncomfortable being their leader and not qualified, and want to push so much of that responsibility off on my upline. But I have been trying to step more into that role. And so one of the things that I have done this month, that if you haven't done as a leader, or if you want your sponsor to do this with you, I would encourage you to reach out to them and have them do it. But back in July at the Gold Retreat, one of the trainings was on mapping, and I'd never seen mapping done quite in the way that it was shown at the Gold Retreat. And if some of you were there for it, you'll know what I'm talking about when Christy Jex pulled out that white paper and she did a map out for one of the girls there to help her to see how she would accomplish her next goal. So this month, it's what? Is it the 17th or the 18th today? It's the 18th. We still have enough time. If you have not mapped out your goals for this month, ask your sponsor to help you to map that out. So this month, I put it out there and invited all of my team members to let me help them map it out if they were interested. I know that there are goals that they have, but sometimes we just write down a goal, but we don't have a plan of action of how to get there. And so each of my team members took that opportunity to meet with me on a Zoom call, and I mapped out exactly how they could get to the goal that they were striving for, what it would take, how many people they would need to sign up, who they would need to ask for to go silver, and to just step into being a little more bold. I wanted to also share with you, back at the Gold Retreat, I was asked to give a training on fear. And there were things about what I shared that were okay, but there was something I was really hoping to share that I didn't share there. And it came from my husband read a book called Facing Your Giants, and it's a story by Max Lucado, who it's all about David and Goliath. And my husband was sharing a part of the book with me, and he was so just enamored with the telling of this story that it's very common. I think all of us here are familiar with David and Goliath and what happens there. But something that has never left me, that he shared with me, is that David, we all know he was a young shepherd boy. And we all know that Goliath was this massive giant, and that in all intents and purposes, he had no chance of slaying and killing this giant. But what Max Lucado shared in it is that when David picked up the stones, he didn't just stand there. He ran. He ran towards the giant. He didn't just timidly throw those stones, but he ran with all of his effort and faced his fear head on by running towards it. And I have loved thinking about that in my business, of the fears that I have and that I'm still working on. But when I am faced with some of those fears, I try to remember that because David ran and he was willing, that's really what slayed Goliath. He overcame that fear, and any of us can overcome that fear the same way. I was going to talk about the 3-day pack, but I think that Brooke she said it perfectly, the 3-day pack, and how that can help us grow our business in these last few months. We have so much on the table right now, with 99 welcome packs being 5 points, these 3-day packs that are a great value, and there's a lot of excitement about them, and I'm excited to get really intentional with getting those sharing. And the other thing about sharing the business as well is, growing your business, is I have not been the best at making or developing silvers. That has not been one of my strengths, but I'm trying to recreate my own story in that. And one of the things that I'm doing to help myself to overcome that objection of not making or helping people to go silver is always extending the invitation to every single person that signs up, to not letting anybody sign up without them realizing what they can do if they were to share. And I'm not seeing this massive production of silvers,
but I know that they are at least aware that they can have that. And then I always tell people, another thing that I've been saying to people is don't you dare stop ordering if this is too expensive for you. Come to me first and let me help you get your products paid for. A lot of people don't want. I've had people say flat out, I do not want to do a business. And I've said, fine, you don't have to do a business, but these products should not ever be something that you can't afford. Just allow me to help you get them paid for so that you don't have to stop. And then the last thing I just wanted to share is I've been with Plexus for 2.5 years. I have turned my heater off. And I've only been sharing the products and the business for just over a year. And in this 1 year of sharing and growing and developing myself and learning how to be a leader, I've learned a lot of how blessed we are to have this. And I know I don't need to share that. This is something that I think most of us feel. We're all here because we feel blessed. We all want to bless others. We need to bless our families. I know that's one of my big whys is my family needs this. We absolutely need the opportunity to provide an income like this. And tonight I've tried really hard to not prejudge people and to just give people the opportunity. But tonight I was out of gas and I went to the gas station, and this gas station was insanely busy. There were so many cars, and I got behind a car, not realizing that nobody was in the car when I pulled up behind him. And so I sat there patiently waiting for whoever belonged to this vehicle to come out of the gas station. About 5 minutes later, a woman walked out, and she was walking very slowly, and I thought, is this her? And she finally did get, and it was, and she got to the car, and I thought, oh good, she's gonna go. But she didn't. She started filling her car up, and I was annoyed. And I felt really bad almost instantly that I had this judgment of her. I judged how she was walking. I judged how she, I was just annoyed that she was just barely starting to fill up her car. And then I instantly felt bad. And I started looking at her and thinking and realizing just from visually, this woman looked like her health was suffering. And then it dawned on me that she probably had to go into the gas station to pay for her gas, prepay, because she probably had a certain amount that she could put in the car. And I don't know if any of that's true or if that's right at all. But all of a sudden, I went from feeling annoyed with this person to realizing that this is an individual that looked like she could use and needed Plexus. She even looked like she was suffering. She just did not look well. And then that it's possible that she had to go in to prepay because she didn't have enough money, where I always just go and fill up my car and not go inside. I didn't even think that that's probably what she had to go and do. And it humbled me to feel like, shame on me. We have something that is such a blessing that people need. It's one of the reasons that drives me in this business is that what we have is not just a want, it is truly a need. And the business opportunity is as much a need as the products are, and maybe even more. So I hope that you will not allow yourself to shy away. And I think Brooke put in the comments here that most people back down. I would encourage us all to be like a David and run towards our fear and run to those that need us, because there are so many that do. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I am so inspired by the words that you shared tonight. And I feel like I went to church a little bit as well. So that's always nice on a Monday night and really helped me connect some things in my mind. So thank you so much for sharing that and blessing all of us with your insights. And my favorite thing I think that resonated with me the most was when you said that if you are thinking good thoughts, you cannot have bad things. You can't create bad things. But if you are thinking bad thoughts, it will only lead you to bad things and to a negative mindset. So I love that. And we are in an amazing business of personal development that helps us to be more aware of things that we would never be aware of without it. So thank you for blessing us with that tonight, Melissa. Okay. Another thing that I heard Melissa say is that she is struggling to learn how to develop silvers. And I have seen so many people struggle with this. I myself have gone through phases of struggling with this, which I want to add because I used to be really confident in developing silvers. I'm like, I can do 8 silvers on my own. That's easy. And then I went through a period of time where I thought, this is really hard. It's hard for me to even just do 1 silver. I just need to focus on getting 1 silver. And it really was a gut check for me to think, okay, it's all in my head. I've done it before. I can do it again. I just need to get into the habit and the practice of it again. So we are going to hear from Ashlyn, and she is going to talk to us tonight about how she is all fired up about silvers. So Ashlyn, where are you at?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I am so excited to talk about silvers. I have been like on fire ever since Emily asked me to jump on.
Tell them the nickname you gave yourself.
I gave myself the nickname of the Silversmith, Ash the Silversmith. It's fine. I was at a museum today and we explored the whole blacksmith. So now I'm the Silversmith and it's awesome. Melissa, thank you for sharing that. Your heart is so beautiful and just perfect lead in. Thank you so much. Okay, I love silvers, and I want to talk about why it is really so easy to develop silvers, and that is because everyone wants to be silver. Every single person wants to be silver, and that's why it is so easy. If I think about sharing plexus, like I can literally talk to anyone about plexus because deep down, I know that every single person needs better health. Which is why, in the same way, it's really easy for me to talk about sharing because deep down, I know every person wants to be silver. And here's why. There's, I think, 3 main reasons why everyone really does want to. 1, go back in your mind and think about the last person you just enrolled. Okay, think about when you're on the phone with them, you're talking them through it, and they're like, all right, I just clicked enrolled. It says congratulations. And you're so excited. Like, what does that feel like? It's the euphoric feeling, right? Like, oh, it worked. They signed up. They really clicked enroll. The coupon applied. They didn't back out. They didn't say, oh, thank you for the information. I'm going to go talk to my husband and make sure it's okay. They just clicked enrolled, and you're so excited, and you're a little bit sweaty, and you're just so happy. And you know that you impacted that person in their health. That is what we are offering someone when we talk to them about sharing. We're giving them the chance to feel that feeling towards 3 of their closest people in their life. We are not just being hope dealers. We're giving them the chance to feel the joy of sharing hope with someone else. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. And we get to give that to people. The second reason why everyone wants to be silver is for validation. They just invested in their health. And for some people, that can be kind of scary. They just chose to take a new path. They're starting a new challenge. They're starting something new in their life. And I don't know about you, but when I find something that I really love and I call and tell my mom about it and she's like, wow, that's so awesome. And she goes out and gets the same thing, even if it's the same mascara or it's the same blender or it's the same pair of shoes or whatever it is, it validates me that I really did find the coolest mascara or the coolest shoes or whatever it is, or the coolest season pass, whatever it is, it validates that person that they made a good step. And so every time that they're sharing and somebody wants to join with them, it helps them feel validated and it builds their own confidence. And I think the third reason is, of course, the money and getting their products paid for. And Christy Jex did an amazing training just on Saturday about silver and how valuable it is. And she talked about how the average income for a silver is $500 a month. Find me a person who doesn't want an extra $500 a month. Really. And if you add that up over the year, like my mom is a silver and I think she's made like $5,000. Who doesn't want an extra $5,000? That's amazing. And it's life-changing. And it allows people so many more options. So those are the 3 reasons why everyone wants to be silver. And so I can have confidence when I'm going into talking to someone that I am not looking at people in my back office thinking, who can I get to go silver so that I can win a silver's trip? I'm not thinking, who can I look in my back office and make silver so that I can rank up? I can look through my back office and be like, who needs to feel these things? Who needs to feel validation? Who needs more money? Who needs to have the joy of helping someone else? And I think I think that when I am doing something out of serving myself that I feel hesitation or embarrassment, but when I am truly focusing on that person and knowing that I'm helping someone in their health, I'm helping someone with their finances, I am helping someone to feel validated and have the opportunity to impact someone else's life, I can have full confidence that I'm acting in someone else's best interest, even if maybe they don't fully know why they want to be silver yet, but I know that that's best for them. And so I can help spoon feed them. So a way that I do this, kind of the how, are first of all, always being on the phone, talking someone through signing up, because I get to hear a lot more about them, their backstory. And just this morning I was talking to my friend. I don't think I've seen her for maybe like 10 or 12 years. It's been a really long time. And it was awesome just to be like, tell me about your family. Tell me about your parents. Like, how are they doing? And she was telling me about her mom who had surgery and her dad who had surgery. And it's like the perfect lead in to be like, well, they need plexus. And just to be able to work through people. And I absolutely love that we have this system with the 3-day challenge, alternating a message of a week of messaging, alternating the 3-day challenge. This is why it's genius. Because every person who was just in the 3-day challenge, I think I maybe had like 4 or 5 people that were actually active. I added more, but the people who were actually active and participated and signed up, or didn't sign up, but they're about to, all of those people have already been in the 3-day challenge. They know how awesome it is. They know that added value to their life. And so the ones that have ordered now, I'm being like, this is perfect timing. I can't believe you're signing up now. This is so perfect because you can start this 3-day challenge. And this time you're going to have all the products that you need. You're going to get so much more out of this. And wasn't that so great? Why don't you invite your mom that you were just telling me about, that she just had her surgery? Let's have her do the 3-day challenge with her. So that is super easy. And another thing that I love, it's like my bread and butter for building silvers, is doing a virtual event. It works every single time. I look through my back office and I find someone who is close to silver or who wants to be silver. And so on the weeks alternating between the 3-day challenge, during the messaging week, when we don't have an event, that's personally when I host a virtual event with somebody else on my team. And I do this to help them to get to silver or to rank even further. And there's a whole training video. So I'm really not going to go into that. But I want to tell you that I was doing this consistently for like 2 to 3 months. And I was having so many silvers join my team. Like it was just normal to have like 4 to 5 silvers be created every month. And last month, we didn't. Last month, we had less silvers. And I was like, what is happening? What is going on? And I realized, oh, that's the month that I went to California for a week and we didn't do a virtual event. And the next week, I was at Leaders Retreat and I didn't do a virtual event. That is why we didn't have as many silvers, It had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with my team. We simply weren't doing the action. And I really love that Emily and Brooke have put so much into having systems and teaching us all the ways that we can create silvers. We have the 3-day challenge. We have virtual events. Go back and watch their trainings or Emily's training about all the tools. If you're trying to cook eggs, you're trying to cook bacon, there are so many tools to get somebody to silver, and all we have to do is just take the action. So something that has helped me to remember is to stop deciding if I'm going to make silvers or not, but instead just put a little note in my schedule. Okay, Monday, I'm opening my back office and I'm looking through who's next to be silvers. Then I'm looking and saying, okay, Thursday's the night that we're going to help them be silver. And so I have this system now of at the beginning of the week, looking at who wants to be silver and setting a time and a day and what the action is, and just creating that momentum and plugging them into the systems that we already have. So the systems are there, the ways are there, but I just want you guys to know every time you're trying to help someone be silver, you're thinking in your mind, they want to be silver. This is in their best interest. Everyone wants to be silver. Melissa just asked a question. Do I ask them if they want to be silver? It totally depends on the person. Most of the time, I just help work through them. Like I'll host an event with them and I'll have them invite their friends, and basically they just become silver. So I don't usually talk about it like, hey, you want to become silver? Because that's kind of weird. But hey, do you want to invite your mom? We're learning about gut health tonight. And you're so excited about your products. Let's see if she wants to do it too. Things like that. Easy, simple invitations that are non-threatening.
I love how you've tied all the systems together and that you've made all these connections, Ashlyn. I especially love that you had the humility to be like, what happened here? Where did we go wrong? And you realized that it was for lack of activity and events, and that is something that you can swing right back into. So to me, that was the most powerful thing that you shared was how you use this system to onboard people. You're already talking to them about something they're familiar with. You've been in the challenge. Good news, we have another one coming up. You can add your friends, doing those Facebook events that you do so well, all of those things. So I'm so grateful that you took the time to share those insights with us tonight and teach us. And we're going to be having even more and more people sharing about silvers in the next coming rest of your life, because the more we talk about it, the better we get at it. So Brooke says, let's all be silversmiths. Brooke made us say out loud in our Super Saturday Express trainings, I develop silvers easily. So I want everybody, I'm going to unmute everyone, and we're all going to say, I'm going to say something, and you're going to say it back, okay? Here we go. Give it loud, everyone. Roll it loud all together. I develop silvers
I developed silvers easily.
Okay, that didn't go very well. So instead, what I want you to do is type it in the comments. I develop silvers easily. I develop silvers easily. Brooke, what else do you want them to say?
I just want you guys to just eliminate the idea that it's hard. Like, just that, if that thought comes into your mind, what's a trigger to turn that around? Your trigger is I develop silvers easily and often.
Yes.
Just like as soon as you release that stupid thought that's not true and you like uncomplicate it, it'll start happening. You have to stop thinking that, because I go back to this often. I'm like that month, and Emily and I, we need to do this one month again, where I developed 7 and you developed 8, all level 1 silvers. If we can do that, and so many members of our team have won silver stars, you can do that. I develop silvers easily and often.
Love it. I love it so much. So that needs to go somewhere where you can look at. In fact, I have a note on my phone full of thoughts. Like it just says thoughts in capital letters. And they're just useful thoughts that help me if I'm feeling a little bit down. So things that I put there are, everything is rigged in my favor. What if this isn't really a thing? And I'm going to be adding, I develop silvers easily and often there, because that is going to help me so much. So I am so excited now to share with you. Candy is going to come on, and she's going to talk to us about how bringing someone to an event can have the power to kickstart your next silver, an in-person event. And this is something that she has utilized over and over again. I see her do this quite often, and she does not live close, you guys. So Candy lives in Delta, and I'm gonna let her tell you how long of a drive it is for her to come to Salt Lake City to these events. Candy, will you take it away?
You bet. So 2 hours it takes me to get to Salt Lake. And so I don't get to as many as I'd like to, but I was able to go this past Saturday to the Saturday Express, and it was awesome, awesome training. And I felt bad I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but I was there for the morning one. And when Emily asked me to talk about this, I thought not just of this past Saturday, but other events, asked me to do a 7-day challenge. And it just really got me motivated. I love information. I love to read. So I was reading every single post, and I just ate it all up. So that's what got me started, was an actual event. And then a few months in, I kind of started sharing with my family and people that were close to me kind of what it was doing for me. But it wasn't until I invited someone to an event that I got to sign up. And the first event I took them to was in Provo at the Provo Library, and it happened to be my daughter and my daughter-in-law. And they had heard my story and what was going on with me, but it just took that second party validation just to hear from a few others what they were experiencing, and they just signed up that very night.
And I remember,
and so that was,
I remember Gentry saying to me, I wasn't even going to come tonight, let alone sign up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I was not going to come, and I was 100% not going to sign up. And now I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to share.
Yep. And she did. She shared right off. My daughter just took the products, didn't share as much, but Gentry jumped right in, and it's been great. So another thing, I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but Leaders Retreat, I took my husband to that. I invited him to Leaders Retreat. That built his belief just huge. It was, he loves the products, but he is so much more supportive than he even was at making sure I get on these calls. And instead of being like, oh, you've got another team call tonight, it was, you need to be on there. So that's been great. But Saturday Express was so good. I was not going to invite anybody to it. I just thought, I don't know. I think I'll just go by myself. And at the last minute, I invited a girl from Salt Lake. She's up in Salt Lake, and she is from Hungary. She actually married my husband's nephew, and she had been interested in it. And so I invited her, and she was able to go. And then one of my other daughters who had never been to an event, she'd been on the products, but she was never sharing. She was just like, I'll take them. I'm never sharing. And so I was shocked. Like, I seriously invited her at 11 o'clock on Friday night, and she decided she'd ride up with me. And so I almost didn't even ask her. And then I just thought, oh, what does it hurt? So it was good. So a couple of things that happened there was the connections that they felt with the different speakers was really neat to see. Amy, my daughter, really connected with Christy Jacks, like how Christy was not going to share. And so it was just so great for Amy to just hear her side, and I could see her really paying attention at Christy's. And on our drive home, she lives in Provo. We were going back to Provo, and she started telling me people that she knows that needs this in their lives. And she named them specifically and asked me if I'd go talk to them with her. And that is huge for her, because she does not like to talk about it. So that built her belief. And then my niece that was there, she was excited to go and learn more. And as she sat there, you could just see her belief growing and just how it built that. And then it went from building her belief to her excitement. She got really, really excited about it. And then it moved her to action. And one time during it, she got up to go get a drink, and I could hear something. We were sitting in the very back, and I turned around, and she was talking to Jeff from corporate that was there, and she was just asking him question after question. And then she came back and she just kept asking me questions during it. And she's like, I want to really talk to one of these diamonds when we're done. And so she went and talked to Emily during the break. And anyway, she loved like the business side of it is just what she loved. And I have never had anyone say that they liked the business side or wanted to ever do the business. But while we were sitting there, she started writing down people in a notebook. And she leaned over to me. She said, I am not leaving here until I have messaged 10 people. Like, not just write them down on her paper. She wasn't leaving until she messaged 10 people. And anyway, and she said, I might be sleeping here tonight, so hopefully I get them done before then. But by 1 o'clock, she had messaged 10 people. She had heard back just while we were sitting there from 2, and one, actually she heard back from 3. And I've talked to her all weekend, and as of tonight, she's got 2 yeses. She's meeting with a 3rd one for lunch this week. And I mean, it's just crazy. You just never know who they're going to connect with at these events that will change everything. So don't give up on these events, because they're awesome, and don't be afraid to invite, because the events validate everything we've been saying.
Oh, I just love that you take advantage of this, even though you have every excuse to say it's too far, I'm not close enough. And I think so often, especially when it is easier for us, like if we live closer or whatever, sometimes it's easier to just get into that routine of like, oh, I'll catch the next one, you know? And so you are such an example to me of really utilizing events to help create more builders. So thank you so much for sharing that. You are such, I love that you use this system of bringing people to events to get your workers going. It's great. And I think too, you know, Ashlyn uses Facebook events to get silvers. Candy uses events to get new silvers. I like 3-day challenges and 3-way messages and 3-way calls. We all have our little groove that we get into that we love. It's sort of like how when I exercise, I would rather lift weights than go running. But maybe someone else would rather go running than lift weights. And so we all have a place where we really enjoy doing this, and finding that niche for yourself is so, so powerful. So thank you so much for sharing that, Candy. Okay, so I am going to finish us out here and teach you a little bit about the Ease. That is our product highlight. And this is my very favorite product. I'm going to tell you why. So, and then we're going to do our drawing and be done. So, the Ease is a product that I had no knowledge of until I had been with Plexus for about a year. And I remember we went to Leaders Retreat as brand new Emeralds, and Brooke and I organized this like training, this awesome training. And then it turned out to not be our training, and a bunch of other diamonds took it over, and Brooke ended up speaking and I ended up sitting in the audience, and I was like so upset about it, but it was fine. So anyway, in that training though, what I remember was Wendy Carr Larson getting up on stage and saying that the Ease was the best kept secret in our entire product line. And that if we all knew how powerful the Ease was, we would take it every single day. And so I went home from that meeting and I ordered a bottle of the Ease. Actually, I ordered 3 bottles of the Ease because she said to take it in a loading dose, which means triple. So if you have never heard of the Ease before or heard that term, a loading dose is triple the normal dose. So a normal dose is 2 capsules and a loading dose is 6 capsules. So I take 3 capsules in the morning and 3 at bedtime. But I didn't start by taking all of that. I actually started by taking 2 in the morning and 2 at bedtime, and I made Sean take 2 at bedtime. So those 3 bottles, we both kind of split between us. And one of the things I was hoping that would come from that is when I came home from that trip, I actually noticed that my left index joint right here had been hurting for 2 weeks and I couldn't get it to go away. But when I came home, it got worse and it got worse and it got worse. And I thought, okay, my mom has, her fingers are all twisted and they just go all directions because her arthritis is so bad. And I thought, what if I'm getting arthritis, you know? So I started taking, and I wasn't ever diagnosed or anything. So I'm not saying it treats, cures, or whatever. But I started taking the Ease, and it actually took over 6 months for that little irritation to go away, but it finally went away and it's never come back. What else it did for me is it made my face shrink to half its size. When I look at pictures before I started taking the Ease, I've got this like cute little round face that nobody really recognizes anymore. When they see my picture, they're like, oh my gosh, were you 12? Like, no, that was pre-Plexus Ease picture. And then after I started taking the Ease, my face like just went, and it looks like I lost 20 pounds, but I didn't. The scale never changed. My inflammation went down. So how does it do this? Well, there is this awesome ingredient in the Ease called Protease. This is the only thing I remember about the Ease. So you can sound really smart and like you know a lot of things about the Ease if you just remember this one word, Protease. P-R-O-T-E-A-S-E. Do you see the word Ease in it? It's right there, Protease, okay? And the Protease actually eats away the inflammation in your body like a little Pac-Man, okay? So if you eat sugar, that raises your inflammation. If you eat any sort of processed foods, that spikes your inflammation. If you eat any sort of bread, like white breads or processed flours or anything, spikes your inflammation. Any sort of prescription medications, that spikes your inflammation. Toxins, any sort of toxins in your environment spikes your inflammation. And so what do we know is that the root cause of every disease and illness in our body, it's blood sugar imbalance, systemic inflammation, and poor gut health. So the Ease is going to specifically hyper-focus on bringing the inflammation down inside your body. That Protease is going to eat like a little Pac-Man, go eat all the inflammation in your body. Does that mean you can eat, chocolate peanut butter ice cream every night at dinner and just start popping Ease like candy? No. Sherston always says that's a lot to ask of your supplements, right? We still have to have good habits and all of that, but it's going to fill in the gaps for you. Other things that I've noticed with the Ease is I'm never bloated, ever. There's never a time where I'm bloated. I know the BioCleanse helps with that a lot as well, but the Ease, have you ever noticed how tight your hands can get? Like the skin on your hands can be really tight, especially after holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, those things coming up, or Halloween. Anytime you've eaten a lot of sugar, the next morning you can wake up and feel kind of puffy. That's all your body's response to inflammation. So the Ease is really going to help combat that. Other things that I've seen it help with are when it's around that time of the month for me, I can't really tell that it's coming because of cramps or backaches. And I used to be able to tell that intensely. I still have some of those things when I'm actually like on my cycle, but before it's pretty much non-existent. If you are a believer in the Ease, will you put in the comments here what it's done for you, and we'll read off some of those things. The biggest thing that I love and appreciate about this supplement is it is NSAID free. So what is an NSAID? An NSAID is ibuprofen. It's really damaging to the gut. It's damaging to your microbiome. And to have a product that is a pain reducer without NSAIDs is so friendly for your body. Becky says no more ocular migraines. Katie says that New Zealand green-lipped mussel is one of the ingredients that she loves, and it helps with inflammation and symptoms of arthritis or rheumatoid. Brooke says no morning puffiness, hardly ever achy anymore, and used to wake up that way, but no more Achilles tendonitis or plantar fasciitis. Hope says it took away her foot pain of 8 years. Candy helps my plantar fasciitis to be manageable. My husband is off of 2 inhalers. Wow. Ashlyn said, last year I hurt my back and could not walk or stand straight. Loading dose and I could start standing straight again. Brooke says it helped Thomas's chronic shoulder calcific tendonitis. Kara says, I feel light. I say it's like walking on clouds. Painless periods now, puffy gone, took my cankles away after my C-section in 2 days instead of 2 weeks. Praise the Lord. Melissa said, ease is a huge favorite among so many of my people. Biggest thing I've seen I can take it for sore muscles. No more Excedrin or ibuprofen. She says, monthly cramps are a thing of the past. Brooke says, and we all know how much she loves her burpees. Katie says she loves the ease. It helps her recover from her run faster. She doesn't get headaches as much, doesn't have all that crazy unnecessary puffiness. Kelly, I think people like the ease on this team. Post-surgical pain and bilateral mastectomy. Dory says, I can actually wear my wedding ring now. No more swelling. I know Kristen said the same thing about that. Leah says, I love ease. I take 2 in the morning and by lunch I can see my face looks better. Susie Heiner took away my arthritis pain in my fingers, helped my asthma too. Katie, the cream, thank you for bringing that up. The cream is the balm for cramp pains. It can also be put on zits. That's a really fun tip. Thank you. Brooke says, also helps my kids when they get a virus. I actually have my kids take ease once a day, every day, just 1 capsule. Christy, my rear end got smaller. Woo, woo! And my tummy doesn't hurt after I take my thyroid medication. That is so cool. Vicky says, no more period symptoms, no more fat face, no more ibuprofen. And Brooke says, shortens the time of her kids' sickness because their digestive enzymes break it down. So that is so awesome. I hope I read everybody's. It was like going so crazy. I was having a hard time getting it. Oh, Ashlyn says, I break open ease as a face mask for inflammation and zits. Smells terrible. She's going to switch to the cream from now on. Great tip, Katie. People are asking, how long do you take the loading dose? The answer that I would say to you is as long as you need to. I have taken a loading dose now for 3 years, and I don't ever plan on not taking it. What I would recommend to you is if you're trying to decrease your ease because maybe of cost or something like that, you could go back, you could ease off to 4 and see if you notice a difference, or ease down to 2 and see if you notice a difference. And if you feel like you can survive on 2 or 4 instead of 6, then great. If you have a lot of autoimmune issues, or you have leaky gut, or any of these things, you are gonna wanna for sure be on high amounts of ease, like 6, 8, 10 ease a day to really help to heal your body. I have found that when we made the switch on our team to really start people on triplex and ease bare minimum, I have a far, far less percentage of people that have any die-off symptoms anymore. Why is that? Because a lot of die-off with Candida or anything else comes from an inflammatory response to Candida dying. So why is it so important to start people on ease? Because it's going to cushion any sort of die-off symptoms that they have, but it's also going to immediately start helping get their inflammation down. They're going to have instant results with this product and fall in love with Plexus even faster. When people don't start with the ease, it freaks me out because I'm like, oh no. The ease is like instant gratification. So Tiffany says she has everyone take ease when starting ProBio 5. And also Susie Heiner reminds us the ease cream is also great for sunburns. The body cream is actually my go-to for sunburns. The activated charcoal in it helps to remove toxins and impurities from the skin. So these are all really great things. So thank you everyone for sharing what the ease has done for you. We're gonna quickly do our prize drawings. Please message these 2 people that are drawn here. Please message Brooke Hemingway to collect your $50 prize for bringing a guest. Amy Lamborn, you are winner number 1 for a $50 gift card to any place of your choice. Please message Brooke Hemingway to collect your prize. Winner number 2, Helen Hayden. Winner number 2, Helen Hayden. Please message Brooke Hemingway to collect your prize. Okay, second set of people, please message me, Emily Gibson, to collect your prize. Number 1 winner is Laura Sutton. Laura Sutton, please message me to collect your prize. Winner number 2 is, okay, Laura, you can't, you won twice. I'm gonna pick another one. Dory Welch. Dory Welch, you are winner number 2. Winner number 2. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for being on our call tonight and winning. So happy for you guys. Make sure to message us so that you can claim your prizes and pick where you want your $50 gift card to. We had the best turnout of any Super Saturday event with registration numbers to date. So want everyone to just feel so proud of that, and that is grounds for us having more of these, and that was what we wanted. So way to show up, way to use the events to personally grow yourself, to grow your team, and to show up. So excited to have our Phyllis Anderson is going to be hosting our Jewel Power Hour tomorrow. The picture for the Power Hour with the Zoom link are going to be on the team pages if they're not there already. So make sure, if you're looking for help, to tune in with Phyllis tomorrow. I can't remember what time she said. I think she said 12:30 Pacific. Is that right? 12:30 Pacific time. So that's 1:30 Utah time to tune in with her Power Hour to do day 2 of our messaging challenge if you need help. Also, we will have the recordings every day if that time doesn't work for you, so that you can work your business whenever you need to. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Talk to you later.